If we were to come back in 10 years, okay, to do a reboot.
What's beyond the Goldbergs' final season? Wendi McLendon-Covey has some thoughts, and we've got the stories that define the week on People in 10. I'm Makonjofu, bringing you everything you need to know about pop culture right now. 10 minutes are on the clock, so let's get to it with the first 5. Starting with the scandal on everyone's timeline involving Bravo's Vanderpump Rules.
Reality fans are invested in this one.
Tom Sandoval spoke out Tuesday after allegedly cheating on his girlfriend of 9 years, Ariana Madix, with their co-star Raquel Leviss.
Raquel also issued an apology to Ariana, saying she deeply regrets hurting her. She added, "I am not a victim and I must own my actions."
And lines are being drawn in the show's cast.
Sources tell people that the affair was going on for upwards of 6 months, and Ariana is devastated. An insider says Tom was someone Ariana thought she knew, someone she planned to spend the rest of her life with. So there's a lot of feelings of betrayal. She was blindsided.
Now, Ariana's friends are rallying around her.
This is in real time. I love you so much. I love you.
According to a source, all of the girls in their friend group are taking turns visiting her around the clock at her house,
which she and Sandoval purchased together in 2014.
A rep for Tom tells People that the exes are still living together in their home, and what happens next with the property will take time to sort out.
Meanwhile, Bravo wasted no time turning its cameras onto the drama.
Bravo already promised that fans will see this drama play out as season 10 continues.
Chris Rock is not worried about the backlash to his new Netflix special.
An industry source tells People that Chris is riding high.
And he's got some famous friends on the defense.
Leslie Jones told Chris's critics to, quote, "sit down," while D.L. Hughley called his performance brilliantly executed.
A year after the infamous Oscar slap, Rock took aim at the Smiths in his routine.
Chris roasted Will for being interviewed by Jada on Red Table Talk about her infamous entanglement with August Alsina. Chris said Jada hurt Will way more than Will hurt him on the Oscar stage.
Rock also joked about Smith's selective outrage.
Chris claimed that Will hit him because he's a person he knew he could beat.
A source tells People that Smith is remorseful and still intends to repair their relationship,
while a different source maintains that Jada had no part in the drama between them.
Rock also threw a few verbal jabs at the royals.
Chris said he believes that some of what Meghan Markle called racism was just, quote, in-law stuff. He also called the royal family the OGs of racism.
Moving on now to the post you've been loving this week. Selena Gomez is asking her followers to be kinder, admitting her heart has been heavy amid claims of drama with Hailey Bieber and Kylie Jenner. There are rumors Kylie and Selena have denied, with Selena most recently saying she only wants good for everyone. Hoda Kotb is back on Today and feeling grateful after her 3-year-old daughter Hope spent some time in the ICU. Though Hoda didn't go into details, she's over the moon that Hope is doing okay.
It was really scary. And she's vibrant and brilliant. She's home. She's home.
Yes! And Rihanna's gonna need a babysitter for Oscars night. The first-time nom, who's currently pregnant with baby number 2, shared an adorable pic of her 9-month-old son crying. In her caption, she joked, "My son, when he found out his sibling is going to the Oscars and not him." Rihanna is set to perform her nominated song, Lift Me Up, during the ceremony. Rihanna's not the only one gearing up for the 95th Academy Awards this weekend, so are her fellow nominees.
Never, ever, ever, ever give up on your dreams.
It's been decades since Angela Bassett was last nominated, and this year she's already made history.
You don't have to run after awards, but run after your passions, about that which you have purpose in your heart to do, that you love doing, and maybe one day up jumps spring.
Austin Butler's found his purpose, but admits there's still more for him to learn.
What really excites me about acting is that it's like anything, you can improve and you can get better, and it's a craft, and so it excites me to think about 10 years from now how I will have grown.
As for Carrie Condon, the Oscars have always been something to strive for.
My family and all are of course they're thrilled, yeah. But like they've known I've been an actress for a really long time. I suppose they're just thrilled that I've finally gotten something that I've always wanted.
And Paul Mescal's family is rooting him on too.
My whole family's coming out for the Oscars. And it's gonna be really fun, yeah.
In more film news, horror fans are in for a treat this week.
There's a darkness inside of me. It followed me here.
Scream 6 hits theaters Friday, and this time it's going down in New York City.
The anxiety that comes from so many bodies in one place at once is like only heightened by having murder.
I would love to move here, I'd love to be around here, but I also feel like I go around my day-to-day life and I could be walking through a grocery store or walking down the street and think, man, I wonder how many people around me are serial killers or someone or something like that. And in this film, it's an actual guess.
The latest cast is closer than ever.
I feel like we're unusually comfortable with each other.
Yeah.
Probably too much.
Probably to our detriment.
And OG Courtney Cox is back.
You know how they say, like, never meet your heroes?
Mm-hmm.
And she is, like, the exception to that rule. She's, like, even better than you would think.
She
checks on us. She checks on me, like, every month to ask how things are going in my personal life, see if I need advice.
She doesn't check in on
Yeah,
me.
she goes out of her way.
Now let's move on to some screen time. I am so excited to be joined by Wendi McLendon-Covey, whose show The Goldbergs airs Wednesdays on ABC.
Happy birthday! What do you want for breakfast? Privacy, please. Don't forget to wash your bottom.
Now I'm gonna ask you 5 questions. For question number 1, you'll give me 1 answer. Question number 2, you'll give me 2 answers, and so on and so forth. Are you ready to get started?
Yeah, let's do it.
You are a comedy icon, right? From your work on Reno 911 and of course The Goldbergs. I just am curious to know, what is the one time that you realized that you were actually funny and that you could make a career from this?
Oh, wow. I guess I would have to take that all the way back to the Groundling Theater where I got my start. I had a really tough teacher there. When I was a student and I was so like unsure of everything, it meant the world to me that I got this particular person to laugh. And I was like, yes, I got something.
Let's talk about The Goldbergs. First of all, let me just say we love you as Beverly. We're in this 10th season, the final season, and it just cracks all of us up. It's such a beloved show by so many. And because we're at the sunset of the show, what are the 2 hopes that you have for Beverly beyond the show?
If we were to come back in 10 years, okay, to do a reboot, because everybody's rebooting everything, I would hope that she's in a really solid marriage. You know, I hope she's happily remarried after being on the apps for a while. And I hope she's surrounded by juicy grandchildren.
Do you think that Wendi and Beverly would get along in real life?
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. But I think she'd be the dominant one.
All right, so you have 3 projects coming up, which is super exciting. Give us 3 reasons, 1 for each project, that viewers should want to tune in and watch.
Well, overall, I'm excited for anyone to see anything else that I do that's not The Goldbergs, because I think people think that's all I do. I've also done like over 20 movies. Like I work a lot more than people think I do.
You want to touch my sandals?
Oh, Carl.
Now, History of the World is just hysterical. And if you have not seen History of the World Part 1 and you think you're a comedy fan, no. You cannot call yourself that until you watch the first one. The second one is just as funny, if not funnier. Now, Prom Pact was very fun. Peyton Lee and Milo Manheim are the stars, and I play Peyton's mom. And it's all about, you know, this girl who all she wants to do is get into Harvard. She's very serious. Well, that's great. But when you're in high school, come on now, you can be a little less serious. It's all right. It's all right to have fun. It doesn't mean you're not a feminist.
Now, Wendi, outside of work, what are 4 things that inspire you or make you happy every day?
I have a really nice husband that I like to hang out with. And I have really great friends. And I love being out in nature. And the older I get, the more I just like crave to be outside. Certainly my cats. What kind of a mother would I be? Oh no, here's one now.
Bring the cat.
Oh,
Who's
no.
that?
Oh no, who's this? It's Butters.
So cute. Hi, Butters. Thank you for joining us on People in 10. I love when pets actually join our show. That's like my favorite moment. And finally, the Goldbergs have been on air for almost a decade. Congratulations, that's amazing. There's a lot to be proud of there. What are 5 aspects of the show that you're the most proud of?
I love that the third act of our show is always heartwarming. It highlights, listen, it wasn't my family was very similar to this one in that we didn't have the language skills to tell each other how much we meant to each other. All you could do was yell until people understood. I love that the kids are so funny. I love all the outlandish things I've gotten to do over the years. I've gotten to be a mom and a grandma because of this show.
Debbie Grossman's neighbor's florist nephew Johnny didn't watch us last season.
Here we go. Wendi, thank you so much for joining me. Now everyone be sure to check out The Goldbergs, airing Wednesdays on ABC. All right, time's up. See you back here next Thursday.